Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, and I wanted to just talk to you for a second. I'm here in Syracuse, New York, so I'm taking a little bit of a break from my trip to Syracuse. In case you don't know, Syracuse is my old stomping ground. I used to teach at Syracuse University for 13 years, and I would say there were 13 horrible years, but I think the years were just horrible for them because they had this loudmouth black man on campus who was breaking all the rules and all this stuff. But you know what? There's an old saying by Laura Thatcher Ulrich at Harvard University that said, "Great women are rarely well behaved," and I think that goes for great black people and just great people, period. Not to say I'm a great man, but my goal in life has always been to do my best and to be the best that I can be. And sometimes that means breaking rules. That means pissing people off. It might mean shaking some shit up. And that's what I did when I was at Syracuse. I shook some shit up, and I don't regret a single thing. It was absolutely amazing. But again, they're probably happy that they got rid of my black butt. They've been getting rid of black people for 100 years, at least in the business school. Now, here's the thing. Speaking of getting rid of black people who irritate you, and I'm sorry about the siren outside. The siren apparently was planned to occur right when I was talking. It's a conspiracy. It's the man. The man just does this. He's trying to distract us from what we're trying to do. Anyway, I'm being silly. But anyway, so there's a story that I saw in Your Black World about the Senatobia School District. I've never heard of Senatobia, Mississippi in my life. It sounds like some little town with population 4. With 4 people, 2 cows, and a chicken. But the Senatobia School District did something that was really interesting. They had a graduation, and they did what was typically done at a graduation, which is they told people to remain silent until everybody walks across the stage, blah, blah, blah. And then the crowd kind of did what crowds typically do in those situations, which is, a small percentage of the crowd kind of ignores that instruction because they're happy. They're happy that little Pookie graduated. They're glad to see their baby go across stage. So they might cheer a little bit. But apparently cheering is illegal because the principal, a man by the name, he needs to get called out, Jay Foster is his name. He actually filed disturbing the peace charges against family members who cheered at the event. That means that arrest warrants were issued for these parents and loved ones who were simply happy that their child graduated. Now, you want to talk about the school to prison pipeline getting out of control. You got kids going to prison or going to jail at an early age for tiny infractions, things that we would have maybe got sent to the principal's office for. You then have teachers in Atlanta being sent to prison for their whole test cheating scandal, which I thought was absolutely stupid, absolutely sick. It's ridiculous. You don't send teachers to prison for cheating on a test. You fire them, you punish them, you reprimand them. But also the other thing too is that we know that those tests have hurt those kids. Most scholars are saying that those tests and that test mentality, that this No Child Left Behind program has done far more harm to these kids than those Atlanta teachers will ever do in a million years. And then you now have parents getting arrest warrants for cheering at a graduation. So what I really see is a country that is so hell-bent on incarceration that we just really think incarceration is the solution for any sort of violation of the rules of the state, which pretty much makes us kind of of the society that we claim to despise. We're now becoming almost totalitarian to the point where disobeying the state becomes a crime within itself. Disagreeing with the state becomes a crime within itself. So before you talk about Kim Jong-il and what people are doing in Iran and all these other countries that have no freedom, look at the United States. I mean, the U.S. incarcerates more people, far more members of its population than Iran, North Korea, all these countries put together. So, what I'm really seeing is I'm seeing mass incarceration gone wild. Personally, my recommendation, the Fed should definitely jump in. Send that superintendent to prison. If you're gonna incarcerate people and use taxpayer resources to lock people up, lock up dangerous citizens who actually did something to hurt somebody. You don't lock up parents because they're happy because their baby cheered at the graduation. And maybe your dumbass will actually set a rule and create a space so that parents can cheer. just give them 10 seconds to cheer or whatever, or 3 seconds. It's not going to kill the system for you to let those parents cheer for their kids. They're happy that the kids graduated. One minute you get mad because black parents are letting their kids loot and riot in Baltimore, but then next minute you're mad because they're letting the kids, because the parents are cheering for the kids when they graduate. So basically what you're saying is you don't like it when Negroes don't obey you. That's basically what's kind of going on here. So that's really all I want to say about this. I think it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. But you know, fortunately, the national spotlight's on this guy, and I think people are going to realize this ridiculousness for what it is. So sounds like it's on its way out. By the way, I'm speaking in Syracuse this week, and I'm trying to find the actual information, because I want people to know about this. In case you see this, today's Wednesday, so if you see this after Wednesday, you might miss the event. But I'm speaking at a school here in Syracuse, and I should have the information in front of me. I'm absolutely embarrassed that I don't have the information. But for those of you that want to see me speak in Syracuse, I hope you'll come out. And if you don't want to see me here in Syracuse, or you can't see me here, I'm going to do more stuff online, you know, live streams, back and forth conversations. We have to charge a little bit of money because there is money that has to be paid to get people to put everything together, but it won't cost much. And just so you know, okay, I have the information here. I'm speaking at the Southside Academy, which is at 2200 Onondaga Street, Onondaga Creek Boulevard in Syracuse, at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, June 4th. We're going to talk about education, and I'll be talking to the parents of kids that are going to this school. The same way I'm thinking about the parents of the kids that went to that school. So maybe that's why I wanted to talk about this, because this is on my mind. I think it's absolutely outrageous, and I think we have to speak up. But also, the other important thing I want to share with you before I let you go is understand the importance and the value of education. And understand that going to school is not the same as education, and being educated is not the same as being wise. You know, those are all different things. So make sure that you educate your child. You have the internet right in front of you. You can find all the information you need to teach your child. And also, there's so many things they can learn from you about life and how to be a successful black man or black woman in this society. I think you should talk to them. You are the first teacher. You are the primary educator. Do not rely on these white folks to educate your kids, because historically they've never been supposed to educate your children. That's your job. So that's all I want to say. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World. Please take care. God bless. And by the way, I'm really sorry that it took me time to find this school's address. I appreciate you being patient with me. Talk to you soon. Peace.